Let me tell you something, gentlemen. Most guys over 60 never hear this from their doctors. The deterioration of your body is not inevitable. It's not because you're getting older if your mornings have slowed, your vitality has diminished, and your masculinity has become less receptive. The reason is that your blood has lost its ability to move. I implore you to pay close attention before you take another medication or lose hope. Basi is a simple fruit that may make your body feel like it's 18 again, and you can find it at any grocery shop. It will surprise you by reviving your hormones, restoring blood flow, and boosting your self-esteem. My name is Dr. Moit Cara, and I specialize in men's health and urology. I've been helping thousands of men regain their natural vigor, performance, and energy for over 30 years. I've dedicated my professional life to researching how the aging male body reacts to nutrition and circulation without the use of medicines, surgery, or deceptive promises. What I learned has transformed the way I care for my patients. For this is the paradox. Stronger erections and long-lasting vitality don't come from a prescription drug or supplement. You already have it from nature. Unaware that it contains the key to young blood flow and hormonal balance, the majority of men pass it every day. I'll explain exactly what this fruit is in a few minutes, along with how consuming it every morning can boost your body's natural vigor and improve your mental clarity, stamina, and even confidence in the bedroom. Keep reading because I'll also show you 2 potent nutrients that, when paired with this fruit, will accelerate your results beyond anything you could have imagined. If you haven't already, click the bell icon and subscribe button before we start so you don't miss any more videos that are meant to assist men over 60 regain their power, confidence, and vitality. When you're ready to take control of your vitality, put 1 in the comments section if this message speaks to you. If not, enter 0 and let me know how I can improve these films. Let's now discuss what actually occurs in a man's body after the age of 60. Because before you can regain your vigor and vitality, you must comprehend why your blood flow diminishes, why your energy wanes, and how this one easy fruit can help you naturally reverse those changes. Section 1. What happens to a guy's body after 60? When a guy approaches 60, his body starts to undergo a slight but significant change. It's not simply aging, biology is changing. For years, your testosterone levels, the hormone that used to give you power, focus, and desire, have been subtly dropping. You probably have approximately 30% less now than you had in your 30s. And every aspect of your life is impacted by that shift. You awaken more slowly. You feel like your muscles are heavy. Your motivation wanes more quickly. Even the things that used to delight you appear to deplete rather than energize you. But hormones aren't the only thing at play here. Your blood vessels begin to harden with age. They no longer have the suppleness that once permitted blood to flow freely to your heart, muscles, and yes, your most intimate parts. Your recuperation time lengthens, oxygen delivery slows down, and your stamina declines without that fluid flow. When you feel weaker or less lively, it's not your imagination. Rather, it's your circulation subtly lagging behind. Here's the unpleasant reality. The majority of men regard this decline as a natural aspect of aging. They give in to the notion that their best days are over, stop challenging themselves, and lose faith in their ability to feel powerful again. Numerous patients who are seated across from me in my office have told me this. Voices quiet, eyes sleepy, shoulders slumped. They mistakenly believe that this is the new normal. Your body is just waiting for the signal to reactivate because it hasn't forgotten how to function. Deep down, your cells still recall what it's like to move confidently, to react to excitement, and to produce power. There is still the engine. All it needs is the proper fuel. And the majority of doctors never tell you that. Your systems do not shut down as you age. All it does is slow down their conversation. Though they're murmuring rather than raging, your hormones, circulation, and energy levels are all still interconnected. One natural trigger can rekindle that inner dialogue, a simple morning routine that can inform your body it's time to awaken. That's where nature comes in. It doesn't require a prescription and isn't a drug or supplement. The process that age has slowed down can be restored naturally. Additionally, you'll discover how fast your body reacts when given the opportunity once you begin using it. Keep reading because I'm about to share the secret fruit that can boost your hormones, increase circulation, and make your body feel decades younger. It does absolutely amazing things inside of you. Section 2. The secret potential of beets. When I first began prescribing beets to my patients at DFER, the majority of them chuckled. They believed me to be kidding. An earthy-tasting red root vegetable that leaves your hands looking dirty? How could manhood or energy be restored like that? They were unaware, however, that beetroot is one of nature's most potent vitality enhancers, particularly for men over 60, as science now demonstrates. It is neither a folk cure nor a myth. It's actual biology at work. A naturally occurring substance known as nitrate is present in that rich red hue. Your body transforms those nitrates into nitric oxide, a gas molecule that serves as a messenger between your organs and blood vessels when you consume beets. Consider it nature's way of telling you to open the gates, to let blood flow freely and relax your arteries. Every organ is kept alive and sensitive by that flow. The part that most men never hear is this one. The very mechanism that erectile dysfunction drugs aim to imitate is nitric oxide. If you give your body the correct nutrition, it can replicate what Viagra and related medications do. Your body can naturally, safely, and reliably produce nitric oxide with the aid of beets. There's a noticeable change as your nitric oxide levels increase. Blood starts to flow the way it did when you were younger, strong, quick, and oxygen-rich. Your heart is more effective. Your muscles react more quickly. You feel like your mind is more clear. Indeed, you begin to perform in the bedroom with renewed vitality. Unlike taking drugs, you're not pressuring your body to do anything. You're reminding it how nature intended it to work. I have witnessed men who were barely able to climb stairs return weeks later with renewed vigor. They tell me that their confidence, something that no medication can really offer them, has returned. Their minds seem clearer, and they sleep deeper. Magic has nothing to do with it. It's because their bodies are at last breathing from the inside out. Their circulation has returned, and their hormones are being nourished. Beets are a kind of unsung hero that passes for a common dish. Every time you consume beet juice or incorporate it into your breakfast, you're supplying your body with energy and oxygen. It's among the most straightforward methods of reversing the biological clock without the use of medications or artificial expediencies. Even more potent is what occurs inside of you when this process starts. When your blood flow improves, your energy levels level out, and your testosterone levels resume. In the next section, I'll explain the precise physiological changes that occur when you begin consuming beets daily, and how they might improve not just your physical well-being, but also your masculine feelings. Section 3. What takes place if you drink beets every day? One of my patients, Richard, a 67-year-old guy, will always be in my memory. He was worn out, angry, and certain that his finest days were long gone when he arrived at my office. He had tried everything, including costly vitamins, supplements, and even hormone shots, but nothing had restored his spark. His confidence in the bedroom was rapidly eroding. His mornings felt heavy, and by midday, he had lost all of his vitality. I requested that he perform something easy. For 2 weeks, have a glass of beet juice every morning. He gave me a doubtful look, but he nodded. When he returned to my office 14 days later, I noticed a new brightness in his eyes. "I feel alive again, doctor," he replied. "When you give your body what it really needs, that's what happens. Your body reacts quickly after you begin consuming beet juice on a daily basis. An improvement in blood flow will be the first thing you notice. Your arteries, which might have become rigid over time, start to relax. Your blood begins to circulate more effectively, bringing fresh energy to your heart, brain, and lower body. Even a slight warmth in your hands and feet could indicate that oxygen is once again flowing freely. In addition to strengthening your heart, improved circulation promotes healthier erections and increased attention. Your general energy level then rises. Fatigue goes away as your blood carries more oxygen to your cells. You begin to feel stable all day long. No more slow mornings or mid-afternoon crashes. Your body starts to yearn for exercise again. Your muscles heal more quickly, and your steps feel lighter. Several of my elderly patients tell me that they experience an unexpected surge of vitality, as if their bodies now have the energy to walk, stretch, and engage in other physical activities. Not to be overlooked are hormones. Boron, a trace mineral that aids in the metabolism of testosterone, is abundant in beets. It's not a synthetic hormone surge. Your body is readjusting itself on its own. Testosterone supports the maintenance of mood stability, physical tone, and that innate drive that all men understand. You behave younger as well as feel younger when your hormone system is functioning properly. Together, these factors lower inflammation, safeguard your prostate and heart, and give you back your self-confidence in all facets of your life. You start to breathe more deeply, stand straighter, and behave more like the man you used to be. And it all starts with something as basic as a morning beverage. This is where things get even better, though. These effects can be significantly amplified by the ingredients you choose and the manner in which you prepare your beets. I'll walk you through how to use beets correctly to realize their full potential in the next section. Section 4. How to use beets properly. Most guys believe that more is better when it comes to reviving vitality and energy. They stock up on powders, vitamins, and other liquids they come across online. However, the reality is that quantity isn't the key. It all comes down to preparation and consistency. Your body's ability to absorb the nutrients and convert them into nitric oxide depends on how you take your beets every morning. I've witnessed men get amazing outcomes by simply using the appropriate technique. Additionally, I've witnessed people lose up too soon because they were unsure of how to make the most of this innate talent. Timing is crucial if you want to reap the maximum benefits. In the morning, when your stomach is empty and your metabolism is prepared to absorb, your body is at its most responsive. At that point, beet juice or a fresh beet smoothie turns into a potent signal that tells your body to wake up, widen your arteries, and begin pumping oxygen that gives you life. I frequently advise my patients not to consider it a beverage. Imagine it like flipping the switch to your masculine engine. Nothing ostentatious is necessary. Just one medium beet, sliced and skinned, combined with a cup of water, half a lemon, a tiny carrot, and an apple. This blend provides your body with the ideal ratio of natural sugars, vitamins, and nitrates to boost your energy levels. Within minutes, you will experience a mild lift after drinking it carefully and allowing it to settle. For a more straightforward option, pure beet juice is excellent. Just one glass, between 100 and 150 milliliters, half an hour before breakfast. It only need that. Roasted or boiled beets work just as well for people who prefer flavor and texture. Cut them into slices and sprinkle with sea salt, lemon juice, and olive oil. Enjoy a satisfying and fulfilling dinner while still reaping the full advantages if you eat them warm. Not missing a day is the key. Your blood vessels require that constant communication every morning to be open and sensitive because consistency creates momentum. Most men report that their energy levels stabilize, their endurance returns, and even their mood improves after 2 weeks of consistent use. It seems as though the body has finally regained its ability to operate at its peak efficiency. And that's only the beginning, since 2 organic components have the ability to intensify these effects even more, tripling the potency of this straightforward ceremony and elevating it to a remarkable level. Next, let's discuss those. Section 5. The 2 secret boosters. I've discovered throughout the years that the littlest things may have the greatest impact. The results can be astounding when combined with the appropriate natural partners, but you could drink beet juice every morning and feel stronger. Michael, one of my long-term patients, has been assiduously adhering to the beet routine. His vitality, stamina, and endurance all increased, yet he still wants more. At that point, I informed him about 2 traditional substances that have been used for generations to improve male function, cleanse the blood, and strengthen the heart. He called me a few weeks later and remarked, "Doctor, I haven't felt this strong in 20 years." Pomegranate and garlic are those 2 hidden enhancers. First, let's talk about garlic. Few people are aware of how effective it is for circulation, and most only consider it a cooking spice. Like beets, garlic increases the creation of nitric oxide, which relaxes and widens your blood vessels. Additionally, it removes plaque from the arteries, which facilitates better blood flow. Your heart, muscles, and yes, your manhood will all receive extra oxygen as a result. Garlic serves as a natural artery plumber, as I like to explain to my patients. It maintains the smooth operation of everything. Over time, even a single crushed clove added to your morning beverage might significantly affect your blood pressure and circulation. Let's now discuss the fruit of vitality, the pomegranate. It was referred to as the fruit of life in ancient societies, and contemporary science has demonstrated why. Antioxidants included in pomegranates shield your testosterone molecules from oxidative damage. Additionally, it maintains nitric oxide levels, which keeps your arteries robust and flexible. Pomegranate juice and beet juice work together to produce a synergy, which is a natural bodily reaction that increases stamina, blood flow, and energy. When combined, these two components turn your basic beet beverage into what I refer to as a morning energy tonic. Feeling well for a few hours isn't enough. It involves teaching your body to function at a younger, more capable level each and every day. Not much is required of you. This effect may be achieved with just a teaspoon of crushed garlic and a few pomegranate seeds added to your beet juice. Within a week, you will begin to see the change if you drink it every morning on an empty stomach. Your confidence is increasing, your energy level is steady, and your thoughts are clearer. But it's not simply your feelings that are fascinating. It's what's going on at the cellular level within your body. I'll explain the science in the next part, which explains why this combo works so quickly and why so many guys get quantifiable, noticeable increases in as little as 2 weeks. Section 6. The science behind it. I am aware that a lot of you are similar to me. You want more than just confirmation that something works. You're curious as to why it works. And whenever a man enters my office, I tell him exactly that. You will have a whole different perspective on your health after you comprehend the science underlying your own body. There is no myth or coincidence behind the power of pomegranates, garlic, and beets. It is based on some of the most intriguing studies in cardiovascular health and contemporary nutrition. Your body produces nitric oxide, a chemical that serves as a messenger between your blood vessels and your muscles, from the natural nitrates found in beet juice. It instructs your arteries to widen so that blood can flow freely and carry oxygen to the areas that need it most. This is where things become fascinating, though. As you age, your body's capacity to produce nitric oxide drastically decreases. Your levels may be less than half of what they were when you were younger by the time you are 60. This is one of the primary causes of sluggishness, decreased endurance, and lower erections in older men. You're doing more than just increasing blood flow when you naturally restore nitric oxide. In essence, you're instructing your body to operate as it did decades ago. This is supported by clinical research. In a seminal study, males who drank beetroot juice every day experienced a 2-week boost in blood circulation of 20%. According to a different study, it improved exercise performance and decreased blood pressure in persons over 65. The outcomes were consistent: increased oxygen delivery, increased endurance, and improved mental clarity. Garlic's science is equally impressive. It raises nitric oxide synthase, an enzyme that maintains the blood vessels' elasticity and relaxation. The antioxidants in pomegranates, however, prolong the effects of nitric oxide by preventing it from degrading too quickly. Together, these three create what I refer to as the circulation triangle, a strong organic partnership that simultaneously improves your heart, brain, and reproductive health while restoring youthful blood flow. I've seen changes in my own practice that no study could adequately document. Men who had previously had trouble sleeping through the night or climbing stairs suddenly found their vitality, self-assurance, and zest for life again. Not only did they feel better, their appearance improved. Their complexion became more radiant, their gaze became piercing. And they exuded the self-assurance of men who had taken back something holy. The science describes how it functions, but the following section reveals something more profound: the reasons why the majority of men do not achieve these outcomes, as well as the easy errors that can subtly reverse all of your progress without you ever noticing it. What I'm going to tell you next could make or break your metamorphosis, so stay tuned. Section 7. Mistakes most men make. I can virtually foresee what will happen next when I explain this natural way to a patient. He will nod, get motivated, return home, give it a try for 2 or 3 days, and then give up. Hundreds of times I have witnessed it. Men begin with great expectations for immediate results, and they give up if they don't notice a significant change right away. However, the human body does not function that way. Your systems require time to recover, particularly after the age of 60. Your nitric oxide levels have been dropping for decades, your arteries have been hardening for years, and your hormones have been adjusting to less exercise. Your body will reawaken with a little perseverance and patience. I frequently explain to my patients that a miracle is not the goal here. It has to do with momentum. You're teaching your body to remember how to perform at its best when you drink beet juice every day and stick to your schedule. It's like bringing an old engine back to life. It frequently starts slowly at first, but once it's operating, it hums lovely. Stopping just before your body starts to react is the biggest error you can make. Allow a minimum of 2 weeks for yourself. The change typically occurs at that point, when your confidence starts to return in tangible ways, your energy seems more stable, and your mind feels clearer. Adding the incorrect ingredients is another error that I see much too frequently. In an attempt to improve the flavor of their beet juice, some men add sugar, flavored syrups, or prepackaged juices. However, the very substances that give beets their strength are destroyed by those sugars. In effect, you're negating the advantage. Retain its purity. Pure water, natural beets, and a touch of lemon or some pomegranate seeds for taste. All you need is that. Lastly, pay attention to your body. Before beginning a beet program, see your doctor if you are on blood thinners or blood pressure medication. Because they naturally lower blood pressure, beets should be used in conjunction with your present treatment rather than in place of it. The objective is to gradually support your system, day by day, until your normal rhythm returns, rather than to shock it. Everything starts to make sense after you steer clear of these blunders. Little triumphs will become apparent to you, a sense of control you may not have had in years, more vitality in the morning, and a more stable mood throughout the day. Your body will then begin to thank you for your patience. When that occurs, there is a method to strengthen those outcomes even further by combining this easy habit with a few lifestyle adjustments that significantly increase its impact. Next, let's examine those. Section 8. The lifestyle multiplier. It's never just one thing that transforms a patient's life when I witness them improve their health. It's made up of a number of tiny, regular acts that mesh like well-oiled gears. The foundation is laid by consuming beet juice every morning, but your lifestyle must work with it to reach its full potential. The beet starts the fire, but your habits keep it blazing, I frequently tell my patients. Your body not only gets better, it changes when you use this easy drink in conjunction with the appropriate activities. Move first. It doesn't need to be difficult or intense. A quick stretch, a 20-minute morning stroll, or even a leisurely ascent of the stairs can have a profound impact. Your blood vessels are being instructed to open up, remain flexible, and supply oxygen where it is needed each time you move. Movement can be compared to the second part of your morning beverage. It maintains the nitric oxide's natural energy flow through your veins. Just by starting to walk every morning after their beet drink, I've witnessed men who could hardly go around the block progressively progress to full workouts once more. Their endurance increased, their legs became stronger, and their blood pressure started to naturally decrease. Next, give your sleep top priority. Deep sleep, not spending all night gazing at a screen, is when testosterone production peaks. Your morning energy will become more focused and stable if you aim for 7 to 8 hours of good sleep. Your body rebuilds, restores, and resets the hormones that promote vigor and masculinity during those hours of sleep. Another important factor is staying hydrated. Everything your blood contains, including hormones, nutrition, and oxygen, is delivered by water. Even the best dishes cannot function without it. Drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning can increase the circulation-boosting effects of your beet drink right away. Lastly, lessen the things that hinder your success. The same arteries you're attempting to repair are harmed by smoking and binge drinking, which silently deplete nitric oxide. All you need is awareness. Perfection is not necessary. Over time, every little choice you make has a significant impact. The more you combine your morning beet practice with the habits of movement, relaxation, water, and discipline, the better your outcomes will be. Your energy compounds rather than simply returning. You begin to feel like the strong, self-assured, and completely aleo man you remember. Additionally, something even more significant occurs in your body and mind when you reestablish this new rhythm. The emotional center of this journey and the reality of what vitality actually means for a guy over 60 will be covered in the next section. Section 9. The emotional core. What this actually means. Hundreds of men have sat in my office over the years, each with a silent sense of loss that they could hardly express. Not only were they worn out, but they were also disheartened. The world seemed to have carried on without them, and they felt invisible. And I can relate to that sentiment, because growing older can occasionally cause you to doubt your masculinity, your power, and your purpose. But this is what I want all men to know. Your value has not diminished, and your body is still intact. What you're going through is a message, not a sign of weakness. I need your assistance to wake up again. That's your body whispering. Something amazing occurs when a man begins to take care of himself, when he moves his body, when he drinks his beet juice every morning, and when he allows himself to put his health first. His strength, endurance, and blood pressure are not the only things that fluctuate. His whole vitality changes. He makes eye contact with individuals once more. His stride is taller. He seems to be regaining something sacred, and his face displays a quiet pride. One morning at a time, I've witnessed men who had completely lost their confidence begin to regain it. The fact that it affects more than just them is its greatest strength. It alters their families, marriages, and relationships. When you're powerful on the inside, you radiate that energy to everyone else. Contrary to popular belief, youth is actually about having a sensitive body rather than a youthful one. A heart that beats purposefully, blood that runs easily through every vein, and a body that listens when you ask it to move. Pomegranates, garlic, and beets are more than simply food. They serve as a reminder that you are still supported by nature, and that given the right conditions, your body still desires to flourish. Therefore, don't consider your first morning sip to be a drink. Consider it a pledge. To the man you are and always will be, to your health and to yourself. I'm not done, says every drop. I'm still here and ready to live life to the fullest once more. Because vitality really means that, embracing aging with strength and grace rather than running away from it. And there's one more thing I want to leave you with as that internal change starts. A straightforward but profound message that connects everything. Every man over 60 should hear this reminder, and it's how you can use this daily routine as the cornerstone of a more robust, extended, and passionate life. Next, let's discuss it. Section 10. The doctor's concluding recommendations. After over 30 years of assisting men in regaining their health, I've come to the conclusion that genuine vitality isn't created overnight. Moment by moment, habit by habit, decision by decision, it is rebuilt. Every time you take a walk, drink your beet juice in the morning, or give your body the rest it needs at night, you're subtly rebuilding the basis of your strength. You are not battling aging, you're utilizing it. Your body still knows how to survive, and you're reminding it of that. I can tell right away when my patients return to see me after a few weeks of doing this routine. Their stance shifts, they have a louder voice, they have brighter eyes. I was told by one man that he felt like himself again, like the man who could manage his day, laugh with ease, and embrace intimacy rather than shy away from it. That is the true medicine, in my opinion. It was a man's realization that he still had power over his body and his life, not a pill or supplement. You don't have to pursue costly programs or intricate treatments. You already have everything you need in nature. Pomegranate to support your hormones, garlic to protect your heart, beets to boost your circulation, and your daily routine to keep everything in balance. It's one of the most effective prescriptions I've ever written, despite being the most straightforward. Because you're doing more than just making your physical health better. You're using your body to regain trust. I still have the power to change, you tell yourself. When you wake up tomorrow morning, pause before getting your coffee. Remember this when you look in the mirror. Your body is still with you. It has been pleading with you for what it wants all along. Actual food, actual motion, actual sleep. After that, prepare your beet drink, sip it slowly, and begin your day with the knowledge that you have already taken care of yourself. And as your vitality increases, your concentration improves, and your self-assurance returns, you'll start to experience that youthful radiance again, demonstrating that age cannot erase the man you are. Before we wrap up, though, I want to leave you with one last thing, a truth I tell every man I work with, that is far more significant than any routine or recipe. It serves as a reminder of what it means to live a long, healthy, and honorable life. But let's discuss that at the end. In conclusion, the doctor's sincere words. If you've read this far, I want to thank you for listening, but also for taking this message seriously because you care about your own health. For far too many men of your age no longer think they can change. Weakness, low desire, and exhaustion have become their new normal. However, I hope that today has shown you that your body can still undergo remarkable regeneration. It's just waiting for you to use the straightforward yet effective tools that nature already offers to provide it with what it needs to operate as intended. The combination of beetroot, garlic, and pomegranate may seem straightforward, but it contains the key to achieving something that every man over 60 deserves: power, clarity, vigor, and self-assurance. These foods restore vitality to every part of your body, enhance circulation, safeguard your heart, and support your hormones. Drinking that morning tonic awakens a system that has lain dormant for years, in addition to nourishing your blood. Everything about you changes when that blood begins to flow once more and oxygen reaches your brain, muscles, and most intimate parts. Your body finally remembers how to live, and you start to feel alive again, not because of a miracle. Numerous men have undergone this metamorphosis. They came into my clinic feeling old and hopeless, and a few weeks later, they left with fire in their eyes. They came to a potent realization. To feel young again, it's never too late. We all grow when we share, so please share what you learned today and what change you're ready to make in the comments box below. Let's support each other. If you found this video useful, or if it even slightly opened your eyes, please click the like button. To be sure you don't miss any information that could change your health, click subscribe. Before you go, ring the bell. If this video was helpful, please enter 1. If not, enter 0. You might not be aware of the significance of your comment. Even if you are in your 60s or 70s, you may still feel astonished by your own energy, motivated by your own strength, and energized by your partner's confidence. All of this is achievable if you have patience, consistency, and faith in the process. Thus, keep this conversation in mind when you wake up tomorrow. Take the first step and forgo the doubt and the excuses. Give your body the gift of life and circulation by making your own beet drink and adding pomegranate and garlic. Afterward, go for a walk, take a deep breath, and remind yourself that this is life. You're taking back control, not fighting aging. The best medicine comes from within you, not from a pharmacy. So keep that in mind if you ever start to feel depressed. Your body is telling you, I'm still here with each heartbeat, breath, and tiny healthful decision. I'm still employed. I'm still important. I'm Dr. Moit Cara, and I firmly think that a guy may always regain his vigor at any time. Together, let's remind men everywhere that age is not the end, but rather a fresh start. Share this message with someone who is in need of hope today. I'll see you in the future video. Stay strong and confident.